currently docked in Mindelo Port Harbor Marine. We're getting ready to go to the office and show all of our papers. Hopefully it won't take too long. We're setting very good speed. The last 2 days we've just prepared, gotten food, done some things on the boat. Got the new reefing line for the foresail and took down the window because it was ripping apart like if the wind forecast is right, the next 10 days at least, that's how far forward I could see, we should have more or less perfect wind. Not much has happened. It's been very sleepy on the boat so far. I think we need to get used to descending again. I've been fishing, sadly not catching anything. Except seaweed. We've been sailing through, maybe still a little bit, yeah. We've been sailing through a lot of seaweed. Yesterday night saw something pretty crazy. Since we're France, I think. At night you can see like bioluminescent algae in the wake of the boat. Yesterday night we sailed and there was like balls of light on the like 20 centimeters or something, maybe sometimes even 5 centimeters under the water that were like trailing behind the boat. And I have absolutely no idea what that was. Would really like to know what that was like. I can't imagine it would be like the same algae because it was all underwater and it was like in like lumps. So I don't know if it was some jellyfish or maybe the seaweed. I really don't know. It looked crazy, like there was a trail. At sometimes when there was a lot, like there was a trail behind the boat, like going this way for I think like 10-15 meters of just like balls, like slightly glowing on the water. So it looked really cool. We had some problem with the wind. It's kind of coming from the side, and the autopilot is not quite strong enough to let us go the direction we want with the sail area we want. I just finished the 5th book of A Wheel of Time and the Necronomicon, which is a collection of H.P. Lovecraft stories, and then The Alchemist. The 5th book of Wheel of Time was called Fires of Heaven, I think. It was better written, but the story was kind of boring, so I think that would be 6 out of 10. The Necronomicon was, well, since it's a collection of stories, Some of the stories were really good, but some of them were quite boring. So I'd say like 7 out of 10 because of the bad stories. And The Alchemist, I was told, was really good. It was. I could agree with a lot of things in it, but it was also, I think, a bit rambling. It kind of disagreed with itself a little bit. It was very simple, like it almost read like a children's book. I don't know if that's a bad thing. If the points it brought up were a bit more advanced and a bit more thought through, which is alright. I think I'd give it like 5 out of 10. The new autopilot is working fine so far. Well, the old one we put back on. And Anna's reading. And I'm reading. I think we're all beginning to relax quite a bit. We're still sleeping a lot, but maybe soon we'll have more energy.
Yeah, because the content never get close. You know what I mean? Like the sun's like bugging me crazy.
And Javi's yelling at the sun. I haven't seen any man o' wars. Yeah, actually, like the jellyfish we filmed was a Portuguese man o' war,
I've got this about
and it's a crazy creature. There's a lot of weird things about it. But the sting should be quite bad, so I'm glad I didn't dare to touch it. The band broke and was being a bit shitty, so we made a other repair, or whatever you want to call it. We put some of the extra band we have on the wheel here, so it has better grip because it was sliding. Do you think it's gonna hold?
For at least 10 more minutes.
We have this annoying wind direction. Well, the direction is not so bad. The main problem is that it's bringing waves in from the side. And just made some chicken and potato. Hopefully it'll be good. I think I gave it a bit too much, but I'll survive. Sadly, the autopilot is acting up even more because there is a split. This one right here that like keeps this part together, and the split we had just broke today, which is very unfortunate. So now we've shoved a screw in there, and we have a few more of those screws. So hopefully they hold up the wave right now, or have gotten kind of big because the wind has picked up a bit. We're also getting a bit of waves in from this side and not just from behind. We're jumping around quite a bit, but it's alright, it's not so bad. We're keeping a good pace. We're doing approximately 100 nautical miles a day, so we're a bit over a quarter of the way now, so soon we can celebrate the halfway point. And then when we're celebrated the halfway point, we will soon be there. So actually we're very soon there. There's not much sailing left, if you think about it that way. The wind and the waves were beginning to get like really nice, but now we have wind from the side again, sadly. And the waves are coming from the side again. And they're very, very all over the place. We're having a bit of a book club right now. Very, very concentrated. It's getting kind of boring. I don't know. I'm kind of restless today. Maybe I will just listen to more audiobooks. I have so many, so I might as well just encase myself in the universe of books while not having to put in the effort to actually read. 4,444, and it's almost 3 o'clock at night. We're gonna get halfway today. At least I hope we're gonna make it today. Maybe tomorrow, very, very early, or well, in the night. but it's gonna be around like 10 o'clock, maybe a bit later in the evening. I think I'm gonna shave, get fancy for today. It's a special occasion. We're gonna have champagne. We have some chips, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be really nice. I fixed up the fishing equipment. I put new hooks on, so they're nice and shiny. And I thought I might want to try something new. So instead of a squid on the end of this one, I have this fish, because it kind of looked like a fly fish, and it's got some big hooks and a good big size. So maybe a big mahi will want to eat this. Yesterday there wasn't a recording because I got caught up in listening to 1984 and finished that yesterday. I also finished the 6th book in the Wheel of Time series. 1984 was wasn't really what I expected. It was really good. Like, it went very much into depth, and it was satisfying to listen to. I think the end of the book was very drawn out. So I think 8 out of 10 for that one. It was pretty good. It was very enjoyable. The 6th book in the Wheel of Time was very boring. I don't know, I'm kind of into the books now, so I want to listen to more of them, even though they're not very good. But the 6th book, barely anything happened. 5 out of 10, I guess. It was very boring, but well written. And when you get to that part, you'll have read the others, and you'll enjoy the characters enough to keep going and not hate it. We're getting closer. In 13 nautical miles, we'll be halfway there. I tried to wash my clothes so they would be nice and clean, but I did it too late, and now the sun is going down. I'll make do with my bathrobe. And we have a friend, one of our very few friends. That's a cargo ship for 200 meters. Got the beard on, I've washed, I've done everything. I feel so clean. Javi is very sleepy. And Anna's reading. Are you ready for the halfway party?
The halfway party.
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 The halfway party. Also made some garlic roasted pasta, which is ready now. Alright, boys! We got 2 nautical miles. Two, 1. We're gonna drink champagne, Javier. We're so close. Yeah!
Yeah!
Woo!
We're
halfway there.
Happy New Year!
Happy Christmas! Happy Christmas!
Happy Hanukkah!
Happy birthday!
Happy new birthday! Happy new birthday!
You need to lift the cups on. I can't.
Happy new cup!
Welcome to 2020!
Happy Hanukkah!
Welcome to 2000 in the middle of nowhere.
2020, man.
We are literally as much in the middle of nowhere as we can be. For the time being.
Not only did the split break again for the autopilot during the night, but now the chain for the wheel has jumped off the wires, whatever it's to, because this fell off, and I have no idea how this got off. But I have all the pieces. I'm going to try and put it back together again.
Draw me like one of your French sailors.
Yeah, Anna's just down here, I can barely see anything, but I have to get my hands down here and try to fit it together. And Anna's just using the tiller. We thought we wouldn't use the tiller at all, but we've been using it quite a bit so far, so I don't know, our steering just refuses to work. We did it. It's all back together and it works again. I have no idea how it broke or why it broke or if it's gonna last, so yeah. During the night we broke not 1 but 2 of the splits for the autopilot. So now I think we have 3 left. It's gonna get exciting in a day or two when we're out and have to find alternatives. But I believe we can find something. I've just been sitting here like looking at the waves behind us. It's very peaceful, and the waves are so good today. Like, and I just noticed that we have a little friend, a tiny fly fish, or again whatever they're called. I have to go back to the ocean. I did find like one up on the foredeck that I wished I had recorded. It was like, I think this big. So small, very very small. I don't know how it like could get high enough to get on the boat, but it did. Maybe when we get closer to Barbados, we'll start seeing some dolphins, maybe get some fish. I don't know. A handful of days left. I'm kind of beginning to get very much with the vibe of just sailing. I just chill, listen to a lot of audiobooks, sit up here and look, enjoy the weather. I think I'm gonna practice some violin now, and maybe Anna will join me with the ukulele. It's so hot today. Anna says it isn't hot, but I'm sweating bullets. And I'm very slightly sunburned, so I'm always mildly uncomfortable. I think today is just gonna be me lying down and listening to audiobooks. A big cake for the event, and Arne says he doesn't want any cake.
Do you want cake?
I want cake.
Do you want cake?
Do you want cake?
Thank you. I already had it with me.
Have a cup of soda.
I just finished practicing violin for the day. It went horribly today, so hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. And tomorrow about 12 o'clock or something like it, there around, will be 3/4 of the way. The split, or well, the screw that we use as a split for this one just broke, so now we have one left. The band is holding up incredibly well. I was worried that this also would break many times, but the way we're mending it back together again seems to be holding very well. The seaweed seemed to disappear for a bit earlier today, but it's back now. There was a lot of fly fish, whatever again they're called, today. They're kind of crazy to look at, the way they jump up and like glide, on the wind. I just finished the 7th book in a wealth time. It was actually fairly boring. I kind of regret starting on the series now because there are 14 books, and I don't want to stop now because I want to know what happens and how it ends. This morning we had to fix the band up because it seemed to be too loose, and then I made it too tight and it broke, and I had to repair it twice, which took a long time, which resulted in Arne getting very sunburned.
Very sunburned.
We've had a lot of trouble with the autopilot this night and today. The band that we had mended and was using, we sewed up 3 times, and now it's broken. So we took the other band we have and sewed that where it was broken, and now it's running alright so far. It's pretty good. I feel a little bit like a zombie today. I didn't sleep that well, and I've been kind of low on energy, so it's been kind of slow going. Arne is still a bit sunburned. I think he's made sure to protect himself a bit better today when we were fixing up the band and he was steering, so he wouldn't get more sunburn. Sitting up here practicing the violin a bit. still not that good. Definitely getting better, but the things I'm playing are still not perfect. Yeah, we're halfway there again. We're, what is it, 7/8 of the way there, so we have about 250 nautical miles left before we're at Barbados. I kind of realized that a lot of the clips I have, it's just me sitting here talking. We haven't had anything exciting to film, at least not very much. We haven't really had that good sunrises and sunsets. I haven't seen like close to all of them because I've been sleeping a lot of the times, but the ones I have seen were very disappointing, mostly because it seems there's always like clouds in the horizon that obscures either the sunrise or the sunset. It has just been like slightly boring, this trip. It's just a lot of sailing. The autopilot got so bad and could not hold the boat on course at all that we took it off, and now Arne is steering. And we'll hand steer the rest of the way. I think we're right now about 150 nautical miles away from Barbados, so it won't take too long. There's still a lot of seaweed, so I don't think I'll get my chance to catch any fish on this trip. Are you sad I haven't caught any fish?
The fish are too fond of their weed.
We are very close to Barbados now, about 50 nautical miles, and Arne is steering right now. I'm excited to get hopefully a cold beer somewhere when we get into harbor and clear the immigration and whatever.
Find some coral reefs.
Yeah, there should be a lot of corals around Barbados.
Yay!
Not much is happening. Just waiting until we get to Barbados. We are at the northern tip of Barbados. We should be at St. Charles, I think it's called, within 2 hours. And then we can have fun in the city tonight or something. I think we're gonna drink some champagne right now. Everything is chill. It's party. Anna's doing the dishes. I'm steering. Fabi is being a DJ right now, I can hear. It's all great. We're on our way into St. Charles. We've raised the yellow flag for the first time. Hopefully everything will go smoothly and we'll be at anchor with everything done in an hour or so.